people are like, we're freezing, help us. And I'm sitting here like, you're not freezing. You're quite literally not fucking freezing. They're like, we're freezing, please help us, master. I'm just gonna sit here like, nope. Wind, I can't hear my own thoughts. Hell is frozen over. The storm hits the city. A howling gale bursts upon the city, and the generator creaks and groans under the weight of the wind. Pale faces turn towards rattling windows, trembling lips utter words of prayer. The cold will be brutal. Hunting is impossible. The soil in the hothouses will freeze. We'll have to make do with the food we've stockpiled. It's not yet cold enough. Everybody is still feeling nice and warm. Yes, and your great leader has determined that you people should fucking continue to work. Don't be little bitches about it. I do love it. The most classical scenario in this one. Yeah, more. And I do kinda love just sitting around and enjoy the show, basically. Which is well, literally what's going to happen here. I mean, what else? And people are like, we're cold! Hey, a duel is taking place. That's nice. I can't even zoom out anymore. The game does not let me look at the map. Danger of collapse. Sir, one of our engineers wants to talk to you. He's concerned about the danger that the cold poses to our mines. We're doing everything we can to heat the mines, but the air we're pumping into the shafts is so cold now that the hydraulic roof supports are starting to freeze. When they do, this tunnel will start collapsing. That's so. Sounds horrible. Yeah, like hell has frozen over. No, it has not. Coal mine crisis. The mines are freezing. Sir, it's so cold that the hydraulic roof supports of the coal mines are failing. The tunnel collapses, the lower levels will be cut off. We should either abandon them or send volunteers to replace the supports. This task is extremely dangerous. Send the volunteers! We need to keep shit going. Stop them from actually abandoning the other work. Like 30 of our people died. Yes, so what? Have you forgotten how many we have? Game's like, but sure, we cannot do this. This is heartless. Yes, but we need to. I mean, I don't really think we need. We'll probably abandon the mines right now and go like, well, shit doesn't really matter because, well, we still have more than enough coal to probably get through this, but let us not. Let us be careful in case something else happens. Sir, the volunteers were sent to keep the mines running weren't enough. There's been a cave-in. We send more people to open the tunnels and replace the rest of the support, so the sacrifice of the first will be in vain. 10 more people. 15 of our people died. Oh, we can send in 5 and we are losing 15 is beyond me. But apparently we can manage just fine. Like it's minus 100 degrees. My coffee tastes ever better. Speaking of which. Tasty. Come on, it's just minus 100 degrees. Your people are not going to suffer overly much here. Boom. Remember my words, my children. You shall not freeze. I will not allow it. Okay, now we are finally going to the temperatures where it's actually getting dangerous. Mines operational. Sir, the volunteers managed to replace the critical supports in the lower levels of our coal mines. Our coal supply is safe for now. The cost is great. 45 of our people paid with their lives to give us a chance of survival. They will be honored. We still have almost half our people just sitting around and still doing nothing but jerking off. Although I would probably advise not to do that by Discord. You're probably going to get freezing. Then you have to explain that to the doctor. Why is your hand frozen to your crotch? Well, doctor, there was something going on. Something. And still my believers are like, let me be a little bit of a ratty person about this. I'll tell you where they have their supplies. Please deal with it as you see fit. Okay, we're finished with that. We are somewhat finished with that. I guess we can go for the outpost now. Everybody else is like, why would you go for the outpost now when we can't do shit anymore? Actually, how cold is it? Not that cold even. But the discontent is slowly rising. Let's do something about it. Oh look, I can actually build one. But I would have to destroy one of my depots, and I kinda don't want that. For some bloody reason. Nobody knows why, but for some reason I don't want to destroy a depot full of stuff. People are freezing, people are getting a bit sick, but we're technically speaking still healing them at a reasonable rate. Yeah, because we have technically a lot of capacity. So nothing I'm overly worried about. Hell has frozen over, no. It's like I didn't think it could get that cold. Well, yeah, storm, darkness before dawn. Sir, one of the engineers has come crashing through the door. White-faced, demanding to see you. I run the calculation with the new data. The storm will pass in a couple of days. But temperature before the end will drop drastically. Nothing can protect us from such cold. It's starting to spread and people are losing all hope. To stay strong, people. You will survive for a long while, and for a while at least. People refuse to work. Sure, a group of people employed by the medical post refuse to go to work today. They say that they want to spend the final hours with their families. Boston. We will work now. It will not even hate me for it. You idiots. Okay, we got all of that. We got all of that. We got all of that. So the only thing we don't have is all of the research science. Which, to be fair, we don't really need. Yeah, I can get the gold humpers up, but we don't really need them. Yeah, a few citizens dying. Well, gotta settle not all that uncommon now, is it? Yeah, I think we might get through this without me having to actually overly blow out my heat. I know. Okay, I think we can manage. I mean, it's 120 minus, so people are kind of feeling somewhat shitty. Boom, triage. Basically, it's just go and you want to execute somebody, just leave them outside. Wanna die anyway. Whoom, overdrive. It's still cold, but people should at least not freeze to death. See? That much of a nice person. Yeah, I don't think anybody has really thought that it was possible to get that fucking cold, but it can. Panic spreads. So, even more people have abandoned the workplace. They've completely petrified. And if they don't believe we'll make it. This time, the entire staff of the Cold Sumper have refused to go to work. We shall pause them. Boom, Captain's word. Everybody's like, well, if the captain says so. Which he does. And another believer going like, well, I still have something here for you to listen. How fast does it rise? I want to cool it down a bit though. Miracles happen. Sure, it's a miracle. The man who went looking for his daughter is back. He brought her with him. He says that he found her soon after leaving the city, but then they got lost and had to wait for a lull in a blizzard to find their way back. They're both exhausted and frostbitten, but very happy. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, since this is basically really the last, we need to kind of get researching done with. Oh, then let's wait until it gets really, really cold. Panic spreads! Force them to work. Don't break. No break. No breaky breaky. You will work or you will die. You have a choice here. A rather simple one, I will admit. Now then, it should get even colder. Now then, whoom, overdrive. Whoom. The execution of an enemy of the face is starting. Okay. You will bring doom upon us all. Confess. You are not safe. You are not clean. You are not worthy. Come like you are plague infesting this world. Isn't it a nice way of saying that you really, really don't like him, and that you're very happy that you're not him? Work ceases. Sir, most of the people have abandoned their workplaces to stay home with their families. Only the medical facilities are still functioning. The city holds its breath, ready for whatever the end will bring. To stay strong. Minus 150 degree. Suddenly my coffee starts tasting so much better. Can we go for another triage? No, we can't. That's kind of saddening. Ah, tasty. Very, very tasty indeed. If I'm good about a hot bit of coffee while the world is freezing in front of you. The storm ends. The wind dies down. The temperature finally starts to rise. An eerie silence descends on the city. Well, it's like, well, shit, I kinda thought I would be dead at this point. It's over. I cannot believe it. It's finally over. We made it. We survived. We made it. We have survived. Started as a band of heathens, cast out of Haven. "80 souls, lacking guidance." First, put our children to work. Yep, I did make the decision. Parents lost the children. And every day was a struggle. So we adapted. Executions of heretics, violent public penance, denouncing infidels, and in the fight for survival, we crossed the line. Faith became fanaticism. The city survived. But was it worth it? The blessed city of New London, 410 souls, minus 30 degree. In 1887. It is indeed the blessed city of New London. I am your blessed leader.